blue. That was unclear in the first time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they stayed on this time.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to this Technology Catalog webinar by Deployment Matters. My name is Vincent van Beuzenkom, and I'm one of the managing directors of Deployment Matters. At Deployment Matters, we focus on helping technology suppliers and end users in the energy industry to be as effective as possible in the deployment of technology in support of operational excellence. We actually do this with two main components. One is to create awareness within the industry of the available technologies. That's what we do throughout our platform, TechnologyCatalogue.com. And in addition to that, we provide the know-how to get technology deployed through our consultancy and workshops. Today, we're going to focus on two particular technologies from our technology catalog in the digitalization space, especially focused on operational effectiveness. The first technology that we'll be discussing today is the so-called Viewport technology from Versatec. And after that, we'll be looking at vessel and offshore access system transparency from BMO Offshore, a Dutch company from Delft. Just for practical purposes, I will allow you to ask questions after each session, and please use the chat functionality that you see on the screen to type your questions, after which I will read them out and facilitate the Q&A session. So let's get started. I first want to guide you to the Viewport technology in the Technology Catalog. So what you see here is actually the homepage of TechnologyCatalogue.com. Within the digitization module that you see here amongst a number of other modules, you can find Viewport in this section around operations. So here are a number of technologies shown that support operations from the digitalization perspective, and Viewport is one of them. At this point, I would also like to hand over to Klaas-Otto Ykema from Versatec, who is going to tell you more about their Viewport solution. So Klaas, over to you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Vincent. Thank you for selecting the Viewport software in the DM Technology Catalog. So, my name is Klaas-Otto Ykema. I am part of the Versatec management. Having many years of experience in the energy sector, and I'm from background a control automation engineer. Versatec is an international organization for the industry, and we have been delivering operation excellence solutions for more than 25 years. This includes process technical safety, commissioning, startup operations, maintenance, turnarounds, and regulatory compliance. Some of our clients are Total, Tennet, Cargill, Afvalverwerking Rijnmond, and many others. We made Viewport part of our delivery solutions. Viewport is developed by the Radial Software Group, and Versatec is an implementation partner of Viewport. Other implementation partners are ABB, Kadak, the Kingsman Group, and others internationally. We are in an industry with a large volume of data and documents which are stored in all sorts of different systems like file folders, document management systems like SharePoint, maintenance management systems like SAP, Ultimo, OSI Soft, Pi, and engineering systems, etc. In order to give you a good feel on what we are doing and what our technology does, we prepared a small cartoon for you, which we would like to show now. Is it possible, Vincent, to show that?
Yeah, I will start it right away.
Thank you.
So you have a facility to run. To do a good job safely, reliable information should be readily available at your fingertips. But do you have access to the information you need? Or do you feel you need a master's degree in computer science just to find and open files? Getting rejected from the sources system, files that won't open, data not found, it's frustrating. Wasting time searching for the relevant data is demotivating. and it's costing your organization huge amounts of money. What if we told you we've developed a highly intelligent yet very simple solution? A solution that consolidates all business-critical information coming from many different sources in just one screen. A solution that works on just about any device and is so simple it requires a minimum effort to learn. Meet Viewport, artificial intelligence making technology intuitive. Viewport integrates the content of your existing source systems. It automatically detects and creates cross-reference to recognize items regardless of syntax variations. Viewport creates automatic hyperlinks, allows you to navigate effortlessly, and helps you to identify gaps using the cross-reference consistency check. Whenever something is added, updated, or deleted, rules ensure you always have the correct and up-to-date information. Documents, CAD drawings, maintenance data, trip settings, real-time process data, 3D models, all in one place. Viewport. Easy access, user-friendly, innovative automatic cross-referencing. Viewport. Finds things in things. Stop wasting time, reduce risk, increase tool time, and make better decisions. Visit radialsg.com and ask us for a demo now.
Thank you. Are we back?
Yeah.
Okay, the videos. So yeah, the question is how is your ability to find your data and documents in your data universe what you are looking for? Are you able to find your data within 3 miles? I mean, not finding your data. Yeah, one of the topics of operations excellence is to make best possible decisions during operations for everybody, operations personnel, maintenance personnel. And Viewport is helping you. It is a software solution for search, connect, and control your technical data. A few nice case studies we can share with you is an A&P company had a gas turbine performance issues. They were not able to find the root cause. They spent months to try to find why the gas turbine did not have its right performance. By using Viewport, they were able to find to combine data from different systems, and they were able to solve their performance issues, saving them €3 million per year. Another example was a waste and water treatment company who had issues supporting the operations and maintenance group. They had problems in finding their equipment maintenance data. It took too much time. By using Viewport, they were able to increase their productivity with 7.4%. Another company, a huge pipeline company, had challenges demonstrating compliance. Data was in different systems. With Viewport, they were able to prove compliance within 4 weeks. Another company, an energy distribution wind turbine company, had challenges during the project phase demonstrating completeness and consistency of their engineering data. By using Viewport, they assessed themselves being 7% more effective. So basically, what is Viewport different than other systems? Viewport is based on artificial intelligence and machine learning, so a lot of tasks are automated, and it is therefore pretty quick implemented. It's counted in days instead of months. Another question which is often asked is that people ask which system is Viewport a document management system? No, Viewport is a layer on top of your existing system. So we start when we do an implementation on your existing situation. You don't have to do cleanup. We have methods, and we form a layer on top of your existing systems, retrieving the data from the current available data systems, and based on that, we search, connect, and control your business critical data. I think that that is enough. If there are questions, would be good to answer these questions. If there are no questions, we can elaborate a little bit more.
So let's check. anyone online, if you have a question, please use the chat functionality to quickly type it. And then I'm sure Klaas will be more than happy to answer your question.
So that's good. Everything is clear. Then maybe I can add one more thing. We presented last year on the European Chemical Process Safety Seminar, where they were looking for solutions for big data. And there we learned that the Fraunhofer Institute said that between 80 to 90% of the data is stored over 6 to 8 different systems. And meaning that it's very difficult to retrieve the data. The data was not used, and that's a waste. Often there's so much valuable information in this big data, and we can help you to retrieve that data.
Yeah. No, thanks, Klaas. Since there are no questions now, what we can do is just if people still have questions around Viewport, we can come back to them at the end. And suggest we now first hand over to the next technology, which is also very much around making efficient use of available data. So let me go back to the technology catalog and bring up the BMO technology entry. So again, we're in the digitalization module, but now we're more in the marine logistics domain. The technology is called Vessel and Access System Performance Transparency by BMO. But at this point, I would actually like to introduce Lodewijk from the Lelij to tell you all about their technology. So Lodewijk, over to you.
Thank you very much, Vincent, for the introduction to myself and BMO Offshore. First of all, I would like to take the next 10 minutes to give a brief introduction of our company and what we are doing. I'm Lodewijk van der Lelij. I'm the commercial manager of BMO since 7 months. The company started already 8 years ago by our founder Gijs Hulscher. And we are a solid partner in the wind industry to wind farm operators and vessel owners. We work closely together with Ørsted, SSE, Equinor, but also with vessel owners like Ector Marine and Vroon and BB Marine. Vincent, I would kindly ask you if you would like to start our animation movie. It gives you a brief introduction of what we are doing for the wind farm operators in terms of the CTV marine operation monitoring. And I would like to explain you a bit more after the movie a bit more in depth on what we are doing and how we can boost your operational excellence.
Okay, I'll start it right away.
Look at all these wind farms. What do they have in common? They maximize their yields with smarter logistics. Because marine operations are complex, wind farm operators use BMO's marine analysts to turn data into operational excellence. How? First, a vessel is equipped with a vessel motion monitor system. This system collects all kinds of data, like accelerations and GPS positioning. Then our marine analysts analyze the data and engineer it into information. We design a custom way of delivering the information in a clear and understandable way. This process is then automated in order to provide you with objective performance reports when you need them. Let's say that you are a wind farm operator. Yield is dependent on many factors and many parties. Maintenance alone is a complex puzzle. BMO assesses individual crew vessel performance, providing you with a clear strategy on when and under which conditions to perform maintenance on your wind farm, taking into account under which weather conditions the vessel can operate, but also which wave conditions cause seasickness amongst crew members and passengers, making your marine operations safe and economically sustainable. Want to know what BMO can do for you? Visit bmooffshore.com for more information.
Thank you very much, Vincent, for showing our animation movie. So just to give you a closely recap, BMO Offshore provides data vessel analytics to wind farm operators, but since 1 year to oil and gas operators as well. We do that to install our own motion and performances monitoring hardware on the CTV vessels and SOV vessels nowadays. With our data analytics, we provide clarity in marine decision-making processes to make the wind farm operators smarter to operate their fleet of vessels in the wind farms. And we help them to set up a smart contract based on performances on KPIs. The performances of the vessels are divided by the following KPIs and what we're measuring for the wind farm operators as well. And that depends a bit on what the client wants, but we can challenge them and we can measure the following KPIs. Our speed, are the persons transferred to the windmill, the hours worked, the impact on the wind turbine, but also the fuel usage. And so we help the wind farm operators to challenge the vessel owners on that KPIs, because we see a trend nowadays that more and more contracts are going to performance-based contracts, and the vessel owners get paid how the vessel is performing. So we drive operational excellence and help the wind farm operators to set up in performance-based contracts. So we not only give a clearance on how the vessels are operating in the wind farms. That is what we are doing nowadays for most of our clients. We have an online portal where the clients could log in and they see exactly what a vessel have been done on that day. And if something went wrong, they could ask for some video footage as well, so they could give immediate feedback to the captain to improve the next day operations. On our level 2 and 3 services, then we are going more in depth, and then we are using our data analytics to actually doing some analytics over the historical data. And nowadays with our, we have developed some analytics that we can actually see what the vessel have been done on a historical base, and with the upcoming weather forecast, we can advise the clients, in this case the marine coordinator, in the early morning to which turbine the vessel have to go, in terms of that the people do not get seasickness, and what the highest chance is that a vessel could have a safe boat landing. We've seen in the past that especially the marine coordinator, but like the wind farm operator, did spend a lot of money and waste a lot of time because they had like non-hours of work, because they had to wait too much time on the wind turbine because it didn't succeed in safe boat landing. But nowadays with our big data, they can make a better planning, and so they know exactly how to plan in their preventative maintenance given the certain time per year, what it's of the amount of months to do the preventive maintenance. So what we have seen nowadays with our biggest client, Ørsted, on the vessel performances data, they make an immediately cost reduction of approximately 6 million, because they have seen that they do not use the right vessels on certain wind parks, and they had to pay lower rates after we given them the data about the vessel performances. So with all those big data, wind farm operators become even smarter. They can challenge the wind farm of the vessel owners on specific KPIs. And what we also see, if they have deployed our systems on all their vessels in the wind farms around Europe, they can maybe swap vessels as well on certain wind farms. So overall, they make it much more efficient in their marine operations.
Okay, thanks very much. Oh, you had more to say? Or was
just more to say. Yeah? What we see nowadays, what worked for in the CTV business, we have to develop since 1 year an integrated management package to monitoring actually all the interfaces on board on the SOV vessels. We're providing the wind farm operators and the vessel owners nowadays on vessel performance analytics, but also trip analytics. We give them good reports about gangway utilization, but also crane utilization, so they can much more being efficient to planning a day with an SOV vessel as well. Also, we see there the trend that contracts are going to more performance-based contracts. So for the vessel owners, it's really important to see what is my vessel capable of and how could I improve marine operations. So if you would like to know some more about our products, please have a look on our website, or I will be always available to chat afterwards here on the chat. Thanks a lot for this opportunity, Vincent, to present our company.
Great, thanks a lot. So, are there any particular questions for Lodewijk, for BMO? So I see there are a couple of questions also still for Versatec. We'll tackle those at the end. But any questions for around this technology? Please feel free to type them. Let's give people a short opportunity to type.
Yeah.
Looks like there are no immediate questions for Lodewijk. So
okay.
in that case, I would like to suggest that we first go and tackle the questions that have come up for Versatec, for Klaas. So the first question is from Alfred, Klaas, who was asking if you could define your own critical asset information structure.
Viewport is very flexible, so Viewport takes information which is in the underlying systems, but the way you want to present it, or if you want to create a new critical asset information structure, that is possible.
Short answer is yes.
Yeah, the short answer is yes.
Yeah.
That's very short. Answer is yes.
Yeah. And then there's another question for you, Klaas, from Bernd, and he's asking, to what extent is free text search supported that would end users allow finding similar equipment with potentially similar issues, and essentially, of course, finding related solutions as well?
Yeah, if we start with the short answer, that's yes. And maybe a little bit the longer answer is predefined queries can be set, predefined patterns which can deal with the different ways of writing of tag numbers, like for example a pump 100. Everybody knows pumps. They are on the P&IDs, they are on cause and effects, they are on data sheets, vendor data. When you talk about pump 100, sometimes they write it with a dash, or sometimes with a space, or sometimes no space. We define the pattern around this pump 100, and that are the predefined patterns. And then you're also able to use free text search as well, and it connects all the data together. And it also finds related solutions. I believe I understand that. I think yes, but maybe we have to elaborate on that maybe a little bit more in detail.
All right, thanks for answering the question. Any other remaining questions for either Lodewijk or Klaas? While we wait for the questions, I would also like to invite all of you to answer a very quick poll question, and that's quite simple. Is that we're running these webcasts to give everybody a quick and efficient opportunity to get introduced to two new technologies, and the question is, what subject would you like to see discussed in a future webinar, so we can keep that in mind in our planning sequence. So thanks for those that are already answering the poll. Actually, I see that no more questions have come up. So I would like to wrap up this webinar with thanking our technology suppliers, Versatec and BMO, for presenting their technology. If you have any remaining questions, feel free to reach out to us or contact the suppliers via the technology catalog. And we hope to see you in one of our next webinars. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Bye.